feel like as I attempt to initiate momentum, like really like jolt that system into motion for my career, for the career of my band, any of the projects that I'm involved in, it's like it is very difficult to cling to. I mean, I'm trying, but to cling to like that sense of like normalcy. Like I'm overextended and trying hard all the time. It's like the baseline. And so routine kind of just is gone. It's not really a part of my experience. Like the recurring um, feelings for me are those of like pushing, overextension, and yeah, it's interesting because I definitely like sustainability is something that I think about a lot. I want everything to be sustainable. I recognize that you can't just. I'm not. I don't want to live on a treadmill. I don't want to live, just like second to second. Like, what's the next thing? But even when I approach the concept of growth from or through the lens of sustainability and just like taking care of myself and honoring the relationships around me and not being shitty, like you still have to try hard. Like trying hard is hard, and I just find like there are so many days where I have to give myself grace. I'm recovering. I have to recover. And then in that, I may sleep on a day that I can long then I wake up, and then immediately I have to think, okay, what's the next, what am I doing now? Then the next day, maybe I have to wake up and work. And it can feel very like, whoa. When you get down to it, whoa. I'm just wondering if any creatives out there who are at the beginning stages of really, turning their passion into a career are feeling that. It's like, it's impressive. I'm surprised. I'm constantly surprised by what it takes, I guess, you know? And don't get me wrong, I am blessed. I feel very blessed to be in a position where I can take those liberties sometimes, and I can push extra on a day, recover on a day, or even if it's on the scale of weeks or months. Like I knew going into this summer, like there's a whole bunch of stuff that I want to release for the summer. There's stuff that's immediate, and art. It's interesting too because art is immediate sometimes. Like, what am I gonna release a summer song in December? No, I can't. I'm not going to. So that's coming out. It has to come out. Like there is that. You have to strike while the iron is hot, and I just like to humble myself before the process of creation, or to immerse myself in it, or to give myself to it, is a humbling process. We should say that, super humbling. You're just like, whoa, okay, so if I'm gonna do this, like it's like something comes across the proverbial desk. Here's an idea. It would be incredible to execute. I like I definitely move from a place of confidence a lot of the time. Like I think that what I'm doing is interesting, and it adds to the landscape of what is available. I think I have a good heart. um yeah, so I'm confident. I'll be like, okay, I think this is cool. This is a great idea. Let's execute. We work backwards from the goal, from the thing, and then when you're plotting things out and planning things out, it's like, okay, it's possible, I know I might be shaking it rough just a bit during this time. And yeah, shout out the people around me who have supported me. Obviously, Claudia, my sister. Anytime a name comes out of my mouth, I'm like, fuck. In naming a name, and what about the other people who I don't name? But there's so many people for whom I'm thankful. That's a constant consideration. I was like, shite. But anyway, I love everybody who has been supporting me, and it doesn't go unnoticed. But yeah, definitely a, a chunky time in terms of what I'm chewing on. It's a nice big gold steak. Yes, it is. But I'm reflective and I'm contemplative, or whatever, however you're supposed to pronounce that. And yeah, I mean, all signs point to this feeling of stretching, of extension. We don't even necessarily need to call it overextension, though. I'm like, you stretch beyond. It's that plus ultra thing. It is a necessary part of the growth, the initiation of the momentum. Yeah, I don't see that there's another way. What do you think?